Welcome to this explainer. Today we're diving into a fascinating UNESCO guide about something that literally touches all our futures, transforming our schools. We want to figure out how to move them from places of just, mere compliance into dynamic hubs of active youth leadership. So if you've ever wondered how to design a truly inspiring school environment, you are absolutely in the right place. Let's get started.
I really want you to imagine this for a second. What if students actually led the school? Picture an inspiring environment where young people are the real decision makers, not just passive listeners sitting in rows. It completely changes how we view education, right? We're talking about cultivating youth leadership from a standpoint of wisdom. There's a profound saying, "He gives wisdom to whom he wills, and whoever has been given wisdom has certainly been given much good." We need to trust that our promising future leaders have that exact wisdom to share with us.
And the youth themselves are practically begging for this shift. Look at this powerful quote from Taiba in Nigeria. "We need genuine youth participation that goes beyond tokenism." She just hits the nail on the head. The next generation simply won't forgive us if we miss this crucial opportunity to move past superficial, check-the-box participation. It's a real call to action to create spaces where students feel deeply valued.
Section 1. Dimensions of engagement. More than compliance.
First up, we really need to dismantle a massive misconception. In so many educational environments, especially when we face challenges like overcrowded classrooms or when teachers feel they lack the support to truly lead, we fall into this trap of thinking that quiet, rule-following equals engagement. But honestly, that's just compliance. The reality is totally different. True participation requires curiosity, self-motivation, and active involvement. A quiet room absolutely does not always mean learning is happening.
The UNESCO Guide breaks true engagement down beautifully into 3 dimensions. First, cognitive. This is where students are deeply invested in critical problem solving, not just memorizing things for a test. Second is social-emotional. This is all about belonging, feeling like your voice actually matters. And third, behavioral engagement, active participation that builds a positive learning environment. You literally need all 3 of these working together to transform a school.
Section 2. Levels of participation, from bottom to top.
So how do we get there? This 6-level pyramid brilliantly illustrates the journey. Down at the very bottom, things are pretty bleak. Institutional non-participation and super rigid structures where students feel totally marginalized. As we move up to levels 2 and 3, we see compliance-based and teacher-led participation. The kids might be doing activities, sure, but adults still hold all the cards regarding what is learned and why.
But from darkness comes light, right? The top 3 levels of the pyramid are where the absolute magic happens. Step 4 is shared learning experiences. Step 5 is actually influencing school decisions, where schools actively build ways to hear student voices. And at the very top, Step 6, we reach full participatory decision-making. This is the ultimate goal, where students are operating as equal partners with adults.
Section 3. Interactive Classroom Strategies.
Let's get super practical with some procedural models. Here are 5 tools for classroom empowerment to support future leaders right now. 1. Do a 1-minute reflection at the end of lessons. 2. Flexible assignments. Let them make a poster or a video instead of just an essay. 3. Let students actually open the session. 4. Co-create your classroom rules together. And 5. Give them choice in their research topics. Smartly updating the school environment starts right here.
Does this actually work? Oh, absolutely. The guide shares this fantastic case study of a middle school that adopted project-based learning. They let students pick their own topics to solve real-world problems. The result was phenomenal. Engagement skyrocketed, and there was a massive positive spike in academic performance, especially for students learning a second language. Giving them choice literally gave them a voice. That is how youth leadership succeeds 100%.
Section 4. Empowering youth in school leadership. But wait, it doesn't stop at the classroom door. Here are 5 highly effective tools to empower young leaders across the entire school. Run anonymous surveys asking what makes school better. Hold monthly student forums with the principal. Put student ideas front and center in the newsletters. Set up a highly visible suggestion wall. And crucially, give them a formal seat in school governance.
For example, take a look at this high school case study. They implemented a representative council. But the students didn't just plan school dances. They actually collaborated with teachers and staff to shape assessment, scheduling, and discipline policies. Talk about a total game changer for school culture and shared responsibility.
Section 5. Your first step towards change.
So how do we apply all this, especially in contexts facing tough administrative hurdles or limited resources?
It starts with recognizing the immense energy and potential sitting in our classrooms. As A. Mjiv from South Africa notes, youth thrive when leading community development from the bottom up. We have to be willing to share the power and actually let them lead.
For teachers and administrators, here is your playbook for change. Step 1. Assess your own readiness and your school's culture. Step 2. Provide targeted training to help educators feel comfortable facilitating rather than just lecturing. And Step 3, the most powerful one, just make one small change a week. You don't have to overhaul everything overnight. Steadily shift the culture.
We have enormous potential. The key is activation. We must confidently take ownership of our resources and trust our youth to leave their own mark, rather than just copying others. As Max from Uganda reminds us, the best way to ensure a bright future is empowering youth to build it themselves. We aren't just teaching facts. We are preparing thoughtful, active citizens.
I want to leave you with a provocative thought directly from the guide to spark your journey. What is one thing we can do today to make learning more engaging? We have to stand before our reality with awareness, vision, and a clear philosophy. Before we wrap up, I want to give a special thanks to Professor Dr. Salah Abdul Sami Abdul Razek, General Supervisor of the International Educational Forum, and Dr. Abdul Halim Zidan for their blessed efforts in providing these incredibly supportive resources. Start today, make that one small change, and watch the transformation unfold. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you on the next one.